Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last time we went back through the Sacred Grove, making it back here where the Master Sword is. And real quick, I went ahead and made it nighttime so I can go ahead and get this Poe here that keeps on attacking me. There you go. I wanted to get this when I first came back into the Sacred Woods, but because of the fact we made it back when it was day, I couldn't get that Poe, so there we go, now we're done with that. So last time I left us off right in the entrance of the Temple of Time's main area of the dungeon itself, so let's say we head back in there really quick and then start up our next dungeon. But let me get some hearts first. Or a rupee. Or a rupee. I know I'm kind of wasting the time, but hey, if I can get a heart before going in, I will. But it looks like I won't. So, oh well. That was a good waste of a couple seconds. Let's skip that scene because we've already seen this. Alright. So now we're ready to head into our next dungeon, the Temple of Time. It's very nice that before you enter the main area of the dungeon, you actually get a little reminiscent of Ocarina of Time here with the music from the Temple of Time. You're in the Temple of Time itself. It feels really nice to have an area like this with so much atmosphere. But now let's break that mold a little bit and actually head into the dungeon portion of the Temple of Time. And here we go, we are entering the Temple of Time, our 6th dungeon. Now it's nice how they throw back to the idea that this was originally supposed to be a dungeon design in Ocarina of Time. The Temple of Time was supposed to have its own dungeon. So that's very nice that they kind of hint to that in certain places in this dungeon. But besides that, this dungeon is very linear. You go in one path through the dungeon and then you come right back in that same path after you get the dungeon item. So it's one of the easier dungeons in this game because of that, and it doesn't take you too long to get through it. I do enjoy when you get the item in the dungeon of how much faster it goes by, and well, it's kind of expected at that point when you have to backtrack through the dungeon, but it just makes things much easier on you. And I enjoy that part of this dungeon. But with that all said, on with the episode. Alright, so here we are, Temple of Time. Now this dungeon is gotta be one of my more favorite dungeons near the end of the game. It's just something about it. It's just enjoyable to me. I can't exactly say. I think probably one of the things I like about it the most is just the layout of it. As you guys saw from the bio, it's pretty linear. So that's one thing I kinda like. But the one thing I think I like more is the open field where the enemies are. It just feels like a nice area where you can just attack so many enemies at once, but we'll get to that in just a bit. But Minna here is saying that there should be another statue here. In the grove and the temple entry there is always matching ones on each side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? So we go ahead, transform into a wolf, and use our senses. We'll see that there is supposed to be another statue here. Doesn't make sense why there isn't. I knew it! There was one more here originally. We need to find the other statue in this temple that matches this one. So that's what we're mainly trying to do in this temple. We're trying to figure out where that missing statue is in order to progress. Right here, what you need to do to solve this little simple puzzle is you just take a pot and set it down that switch. Because that switch there is triggered by weight. There are little mini stone statues you can use as well to weigh down that switch, but I always just use the pots next to it. Makes it a little easier on travel. And what the? Uku? Not so fast. At last, this is it. This is where I've been trying to get to. The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We searched all over, and now we're so close I can smell it. Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh gracious, yes. Young man. We're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for. So Uku is reunited with us, and this is one of the easiest places where you can get Uku, since Uku pretty much just hands herself to you. So that's very nice, but right there, that little line she was saying, we're so close getting home. The piece of technology from our ancestors and whatnot's here, so she's saying something about what's in this temple. that is actually from her people. Once we get that item and beat this dungeon, that will be more elaborate, so we'll learn a little bit more about Uku after beating the Temple of Time. Which I do like that. It gives Uku a little more characterization a bit. You know, it's a character you wouldn't expect to have that much of a backstory to, but hey, it works. It really does. We need to grab that small key before progressing on. First time playing, kind of got confused and thinking, oh great, where did I miss a key? But nope, it's just right there. And that spider's just extremely easy to beat. So right here, what you want to do is you want to take another one of these pots and set down that switch. And there you go. Opens up these two pathways. Let me go ahead and grab this treasure chest over here first. And it just has some more arrows. Hooray. I already got enough arrows before when I was running around waiting for it to turn back into nighttime. But I'll take it. Alright, so I'm going to show off that new move we just got. It's a pretty powerful jump attack, no isn't it? One shot to that thing where last time took 2 shots. So that's very nice. And that's the reason why they don't give you any kind of like stone statues to use for that room, because you need to destroy the pot in order to progress. And there you go, that enemy's dead. Stupid Lizphobe. At least I think that's a Lizphobe. Oh, hello. I'll just spin attack all 3 of you. So get back up and get ready for round 2. They are so easy. Now I want to go ahead and grab another one of these pots. And, oh, careful of the bats. Careful of the keys. Forgot those keys were there for a second. Although every single time I leave the area, they pretty much just forget I exist, because it looks like as soon as I leave, they just go right back on their window. But before going on, I want to show the enemy that's in this room still. Because this enemy, actually, they brought back from Wind Waker, and I do like how they did bring him back. See this guy here? As soon as you get near him, he awakens, and he tries to attack you. But you can get around him and attack his backside. An easy way to get rid of these guys is to use bomb arrows, like a lot of enemies. All you gotta do is just aim for their backside with the bomb, and they're dead. Unlike their Wind Waker counterparts, if you go ahead and kill them, they will not try to kill you in the process. They do kill themselves in the end because of that, but they don't explode and hurt you. They just kind of disappear with their little explosion, like most other enemies. So that's one thing I do like about these enemies that they changed from Wind Waker. But if you kill him, that's how you get the dungeon map. Since you don't need the dungeon map, you don't need to fight the guy. But I wanted to anyways, just to show him off and to get the map as always. Whenever I do these dungeons, I try to get 100% in them, which means trying to get the map and compass, even if I never use them. It's just to show where it is and just to have it in my inventory. Oh, stupid statue. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this jump attack on these guys. Never mind, I'm just gonna have to do this. Gotta do some spin attacks on these guys again. Come on. There you go. I want to go ahead and just equip the hero's bow separately this time. I don't need it to be bomb arrow equipped. But I want to go ahead and shoot the eye there. And that pretty much deactivates that stone statue. And then we're able to come over here and do whatever we want. I just want to show you can do that now because we'll be in a room later on where there will be more of those types of statues. So it's good to know that you can go ahead and just do that. And this is what I was trying to do earlier because it does massive damage. This new jump attack of ours pretty much kills these guys in one shot. So that's good. And as you see right over here behind this gate, there's a Poe. We can't do anything about it just yet because we can't get in there with the Poe. And the Poe can't get out to us. So for right now we have to skip it. We won't get that Poe until pretty much the end of the dungeon, unfortunately. And can I pull off one of these moves? There you go. Got it. Oh, now I gotta do my fancy twirl the sword to put it away. Well, that wasted some time. Alright. I want to go ahead and get out my spinner. Where is it? There it is. I'm glad they make you use the spinner here, because last dungeon they never had you use this thing. Not that many places they use the spinner, unfortunately. Which is the case with most of the items in this game in general. They give you it, but then you pretty much can't use it for a good chunk of the game. Because they don't have any other uses. Besides the dungeon, which is pretty annoying. As you see up here, we can't really do anything up here just yet. Later on in the dungeon, we'll be able to do something with these bells that we see around the place. But for right now, we're pretty much just needing to skip it. What I wanted to do originally is I want to go down. Because if you go down here, then there's something for us to grab. Now we could kill all these little spiders now, but I kind of want to save these guys for later. Because later on we'll be able to kill these guys even faster, and right now we don't really need to have these guys dead. So I'm just going to skip it. I only really needed to come down here for the stone statue. And this part's always fun. Because of the fact that I gotta dodge both of these little spinners. Yeah, I was kind of lost for words there, but oh well. I really don't like this part right here because I always get hit by these things normally. Luckily right now it's not happening, but as soon as I say that, just watch, I'll get sideswiped. Oh, good. That didn't happen. Maybe later. So what you need to do there is you need to put those two statues down on the button and then run over to where this platform rises. Because if you miss it, you gotta take out the statue and try again. But as soon as we get in here, we're locked in. And hey, look, more of these statues. Let me equip myself the water bomb, not the spinner. The water bomb arrow combination. You gotta wake them up first before you can actually do anything about this. And there you go. Actually, no, you don't have to wake them up. You just gotta fire near their backside, and that counts as a hit. So that easy. But once doing that, this treasure chest appears, and the door is unlocked. Now you might think that's all this room really has. Actually, there's something else in this room, but we can't get it just yet. There's actually a heart piece in here, but we can't do anything about it until we get the item from this dungeon. So we're gonna have to skip it for now and continue on. But don't forget that's there, especially if you are going for 100%, because that's one of the heart pieces that are easy to miss. I know I missed that the first time playing, because I never knew it was in there. But let's continue on with the dungeon itself now, shall we? And this is one of the rooms where they also introduce a new little gimmick to you, so let's go ahead and de-equip the bombs from our arrow combination. And let's go ahead and get rid of this eyeball. There we go. Now you see this little switch here? Let's go ahead and hit it with something. I'll hit it with an arrow just because I already have it equipped. And as you see, these little these walls move back and forth. This is a little gimmick that we're going to be seeing quite a lot actually in this dungeon. As soon as you hit that crystal, you can swap the positions of both of these rocks, or both of these walls. I don't know why I keep on calling them rocks, but that's how you're going to be able to progress. Later on in the dungeon, you will be able to destroy these things, but that's not until over the halfway point. So, for now, we're kind of stuck with it. And I wonder, you know, if you hit this from here, you hit the switch from here, I wonder how screwed you'll be. Because there's no possible way you're going to be able to hit that switch again, being blocked into this room here. But I wonder, did he give you a hookshot point in case you screw up? Oh yeah, they do, so they know that you're going to be that stupid if you actually lock yourself in there. Well, that's nice, at least they make a backdoor plan. I never really locked myself in that little room before. I was just wondering if there was a way to get yourself out in case you did do that. That'd be a terrible thing if you did, though. I don't recommend it. But here we go again. We have another one of these little areas where we have to hit the crystal and these walls move back and forth. So it's a good thing they just introduced it to us because they're doing it again. There we go. Jump attack you. And these guys are a pain to deal with. I don't like these enemies because they have a lot of armor on them. They block your shield attack a lot of the times. They block your back slice, and they also block your jump attack, so they're pretty much a pain to deal with. You gotta be able to pull off a helm splitter on them if you want to do actual damage. Or you might get lucky and be able to go ahead and do the back slice attack. But for the most part with these guys, I just recommend using the bomb arrow combination to get through it fast, because they are just a pain to deal with. That and the Wii version doesn't like shield attack that much. So there we go. Next time we see one of those guys, I'm just going to go ahead and use some bomb arrows on it, because I don't really like those enemies that much, since they take so long to kill. In fact, actually, I think there's going to be one in this next room over here. Yeah, I'm right. So let me just get out some bombs and just move away a bit. They even block the bomb arrows, jeez. Forgot about that, but you gotta like fire near their feet or something. That might have hurt me, but at least it killed him and he dropped the heart, so really in the end, it didn't matter. So that really just demonstrated right there, if you can use bomb arrows to kill him, then just use bomb arrows since it's so much faster. Now there is a treasure chest over in that part of the room and it does contain a heart piece, but because of the fact that we can't go through lightning right now, we can't go through electricity, we kind of have to skip it, because if we try to do anything about it, we're not going to get over there, we're just going to hurt ourselves in the progress. The progress? No, the process. Jeez. I don't know why I said progress for that, but okay. Now these little spiders, these guys can take a while to kill, so what I recommend you do, get your spinner and have a good old time. That is if they don't run away. Oh, what the heck? That's a first. I never had, like, a handful of these guys charge at me like that. Now, the spinner does slow down pretty fast, so you gotta keep on getting off of it and then jumping back on, but the spinner is a great way to take these guys out since they all kind of clump around you. So all you gotta do is just keep on mashing the B button while you're standing on this thing, and they all pretty much die. And now, if I can... There you go. I was wondering when my targeting system would get off of the spider. Now, another way you can take these guys down is just use your claw shot and just keep on staying locked onto them. That might be a little bit faster, but I usually just go ahead and use the spinner if I can. It's just more fun. But I do think the claw shot method is a little faster now, thinking about it. Alright, let me get my jump attack ready. And there we go. Now, once you kill all the enemies in this room, a treasure chest appears down here. I do believe you have to do this. I think this is required. If it's not required, then this is probably just like some rupees or something then. Yeah, okay, this is not required. I thought it was. Apparently I was wrong about that. Oh well. Well, at least now you guys have figured that out. Once we get out of this room, I'll probably also call it a video because it's about 15 minutes into it for recording wise, but because of my little intro for the dungeon, it's probably a little longer than that. I don't know how long because I don't record those dungeon bios in advance. I record them after I play the dungeon. So I don't know how long this is. But real quick, you can go in this upper area here and whatnot. You can do things above, but I recommend waiting until you get the item from this dungeon because once you get the item from this dungeon, then you'll be able to do stuff up there. So I would wait it out for now if I were you. But let's go ahead and skip that little portion of the room. And actually, I'll go ahead and traverse this part of the room here, and then we'll go ahead and call it quits because this won't take me long at all. Probably take me one more minute. And I won't mind having another minute in the video if I can go ahead and finish this part. Alright, jump attack you. There we go. Oh, well, that like shot my foot. That's ridiculous. But let's go ahead and grab ourselves a small key. And while we're over here, let's grab ourselves a pot because we're gonna need this. It's also like a stone statue and two other pots on the other side, but grab the pot that's right next to us instead. Just make it easier on ourselves. And that pretty much gets rid of that electrical gate. And up here we have a lot of enemies to kill, so let's first get out our bomb arrow combination once again. And yeah, let's go ahead and get the spinner. Let's just use a spinner on these guys again. So much fun. I just love being able to do this, especially when they run away. It just makes you feel even more powerful at times. Like you try to run away from me? Don't make me spin into you with my spinner. Don't make me spin. Alright, just one more, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my sword on him. And there you go. That goes ahead and gives us a treasure chest. So, I do believe this is for money, so you don't need to do that, but I want to go ahead and do it anyways. Really, I missed. Missed again. Stop missing. Okay, fine. I'll move a bit. There you go. Took a while for me to get that right, but hey, at least I got him in the end. Really? You hit me while I'm trying to climb. Thank you, buddy. I do believe those enemies are required. I usually kill the spires before I kill those statues, so I can't say if you need to kill the spires as well, but I don't think you have to. I think if you just kill those statues, then you're good to go. But, you never know. I just say kill the spires anyways, just to be safe, because they're not all that hard to kill. But with that all said and done, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. So, next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we're going to go ahead and enter this next room and take on the mini-boss of the dungeon. So I'll see you guys next time.